Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Dunn Oliver Acadome. Another exciting night of Alabama State basketball as the Hornets get ready to take on one of their nemesis in the conference, the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Travis Strom alongside with you. We hope you enjoyed the women's game. We hope you will sit back, relax, and enjoy this game. We know there's another game going on around the country that everybody cares about, that the little thing called a football, but here we are for basketball as Alabama State and UAPB are set to do battle in the key game for both teams as they enter this contest. Alabama State struggled mightily on the road the first 15 games. They played their first 15 away from home as they prepare for conference play. The first 13 games were non-conference games against the likes of nationally ranked Oregon and Gonzaga, both in the top 10. Tennessee, VCU, Houston, Kansas State, all teams receiving votes in the top 25. Alabama State did not back down in any of those games. Learned from their mistakes, came back, were not healthy when they went to Jackson State and Grambling State. Had 2 players out due to injury, had another 5 that were affected by the flu. However, they lost just by 3 and by 5 to Jackson State and Grambling State, 2 teams, 2 places that are tough to play. They bounced back against Mississippi Valley State, and the team you saw in the first half against Mississippi Valley State is a team that most people here at Alabama State and the coaching staff for the Hornets have said you need to watch out for, because this is the team that we want to put on the floor, a team that can get up and down, a team that can shoot the basketball, a team that can rebound, a team that can play defense. And what do? They put 50-plus points on the board in the first half against Mississippi Valley State. Delta Devils came back in the second half. Alabama State was able to hold on and win down the stretch with free throws, the last 4 by Jacoby Ross and Brandon Battle. This Alabama State team does not shoot the ball well from the outside, does not shoot the ball well from the free throw line, but what they do is they play hard, they play defense, and that's the big key for Alabama State. They make sure that they put hands on when you're on the defensive end, when you're on your offensive end of the floor. Alabama State, non-conference-wise, so these numbers are skewed, give up 77.6 points a game. They average 59.7. They're shooting 38.1% now. Shooting percentage for the opponents is down below 50%. It was above 50 in that non-conference schedule. It's at 48.9%. Things to watch out for Alabama State. Toby Uwuso, 14.3 points a game, 5.9 rebounds a game to lead the Hornets. This is a guy that was a role player coming in. Now he has assumed the role of the leader and the leading scorer for this Alabama State team. When you look at Arkansas Pine Bluff, one thing you got to watch out for, and listen to when I say this because it threw everybody for a loop when you read it. Markedrick Bell, the SWAC Player of the Week this past week, scored 33 points in an 80-77 win over Mississippi Valley State. He went in at halftime, had 5 points. He came out and scored 26 straight points against Mississippi Valley State. 26 consecutive points, the most in SWAC play in recent memory, consecutive points by one player. So for Alabama State, they're going to look to Uwuso. They're also going to look to Brandon Battle. He's had 3 near double-doubles against Oregon, against UAB, and then he had 9 points, 9 rebounds against Mississippi Valley in their last game. He averages 7.6 points and 4.1 rebounds a game. Meanwhile, Leon Daniels is averaging 6.7 a game. Jacoby Ross is 6.4 a game. Ross went over 800 points in his career. 3 games ago, he has 822 points now. Kevin Holston, 99 career assists, did not see action against Mississippi Valley State. Needs 1 more assist for 100 career assists in just his second year at Alabama State. We're about 4 minutes away from tip. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineup for both teams here on the Hornet Sports Network. Back after this. Welcome back to the Dunn Oliver Acadome here on the campus of Alabama State University. Travis Jerome alongside with you for Alabama State and UAPB Southwestern Athletic Conference action between the two teams. Alabama State looking for their second consecutive win in conference action. We'll give you the starting lineup as they're being introduced, and we'll start with the starters, the Golden Lions of UAPB, coached by George Ivory. He's assisted by Richard Canyon, Kenneth Broyles, and Kerry Shelton. They'll start like this. It'll be Marquell Garter starting at a forward, 6'6", 195-pound senior from Greenville, Mississippi. He's joined on the court by McCardrick Bell, a 6'7", 190-pound junior, the SWAC Player of the Week from Starkville, Mississippi, a transfer from East Mississippi Community College. Jordan McNair will also start for UAPB, a 5'8", 160-pound redshirt junior from Jacksonville, Arkansas. They're joined by Daquan Morris, a 6'4" guard, 180-pound junior from right there in Pine Bluff. And Terrence Banyard, the 6'8", 215-pound junior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, gets the start in the middle for Arkansas Pine Bluff. For Alabama State, no surprise in this starting lineup. They've used this starting lineup in several of the last few games, 3 to be exact. Alabama State coached by Lewis Jackson, who got his 200th career victory earlier this year. He's assisted by Anthony Sewell, Steve Rogers, Kevin Missouri, and Tyrone Levitt. They'll start like this. It'll be DJ Heath, a 6', 185-pound junior from Anniston, Alabama. 4.9 points per game, 1.9 rebounds a game for Heath. Leon Daniels gets the start at the other guard. 6'5", 195-pound senior from Atlantic City, New Jersey. 6.7 points, 3.3 rebounds a game for Daniels. He had 20 against Mississippi Valley State. Toby Iwusho gets the start in the front court. 6'5", 200-pound senior from Chicago, Illinois. The team's leading scorer, 14 points, 6 points a game, 5.6 rebounds a game as well for Iwusho. Ricardo Day, the swing man, can play both guard and forward. 6'5", 180-pound graduate transfer from Jackson, Mississippi. Played at Florida Gulf Coast last year. Averages this year just 2.6 points a game, 1.8 rebounds a game. But this young man can score. His career high is 20 against North Alabama when he was at Florida Gulf Coast. Brandon Battle gets the start in the middle. 6'8", 215-pound junior from Warren, Ohio. 7.6 points, 4.1 rebounds a game for Battle. So for Alabama State and Coach Lewis Jackson, it'll be Heath, Daniels, Iwusho, Day, and Battle for UAPB. And head coach George Ivory, it'll be Carter, Bell, McNair, Banyard, and Morris. We're about ready to go. Starting lineups are being completed right now by our public address announcer, Mr. Jonathan Peterson. Alabama State, you see, will be wearing their white tops with the black state across the chest. UAPB will be in their road black. UAPB from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. This is the final game of their 2-game swing in the state of Alabama. They faced Alabama A&M and lost that contest. They look to get back on track here against Alabama State, but the Hornets look to win their second consecutive game in conference action to get their 3rd win of the year. Officials tonight, Mike Nance will throw the ball up in the middle. It'll be Chris Ford and Alfred Smith here tonight in Montgomery, Alabama, the capital city of the state of Alabama. It's Alabama State and UAPB, game number 4 in SWAC competition. Game number 17 of the 2019-20 season. Here for Alabama State as we await both teams to come out of the timeout. And we are ready to go now as Brandon Battle will do the jumping for Alabama State. Again, Heath, Daniels, Iwusho, Day, and Battle for Alabama State. Carter, Bell, McNair, Banyard, and Morris for UAPB here tonight. If you're just joining us, Alabama State's women fell by 10 to UAPB earlier. That game is still on YouTube. You can catch the archive if you follow Alabama State University Athletics on YouTube, as we will have all of our official games here at home there on that channel for the rest of the year. It'll be Banyard and Battle jumping now for the Hornets and UAPB. Battle and Banyard both facing us. Alabama State will be moving left to right as you watch tonight's game. Nance tosses it up. UAPB wins the toss. And the Golden Lions will set up the offense as McNair will bring it across half court. Alabama State in man-to-man defense to start. Brandon Battle is going to force Banyard way outside as a post player. Back to McNair. They try to go inside to Bell. They get it to him. Turnaround shot, no good. Try to get the putback, and Alabama State came away with the rebound. Heath will bring it up the right side. Toby goes straight to the basket and gets fouled at the free throw line. You'll see that a lot tonight if you haven't been able to watch the game. Iwusho will attack the basket and attack it hard for Alabama State. Here's Heath. Heath will bring it top of the key. He'll direct traffic. They called a different name out on the foul. We'll get it for you corrected here in just a minute. Here's Battle. Bounce pass across to Daniels. Heath, top of the key. They work at left side today. Alabama State moving the ball around the perimeter. Day tried to force it to Battle, had it stolen away. Here's McNair. McNair right side. Inside again to Bell. Bell, turnaround hook shot is good. That's the young man we told you scored 26 straight points against Mississippi Valley, and he puts UAPB up 2-0 here early with 18:58 to play opening half. Here's Heath. He'll go left side to Day. Day will go to Iwusho. Iwusho will go to Heath. Day to Daniels. Daniels tries to get the bounce pass to Battle. Battle can't handle it, but Daniels does a good job of going back and getting it, then he gets trapped. Day with it with 5 to shoot. Here's Heath. Heath will have to attack the basket. He'll use a floater in the lane and score it for Alabama State. How about that from DJ Heath? Heath had 13 on the road and a loss to Jackson State, a career high for him. And he ties it up at 2 apiece with 18:25 to play. Here's McNair against Heath. He'll get bumped. That'll be the first on Heath. One team foul apiece. Alabama State and UAB. That first foul was on Daquan Morris of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So the swing man for the Golden Lions has one. The point guard for Alabama State, DJ Heath, has his first for the Hornets. Arkansas Pine Bluff will inbound it underneath the basket. They're trying to find somebody to get it to. Banyard finally flashes. And then they post up Carter. They go outside, and we got a whistle. Let's see. They'll call a blocking foul on Heath. And that's not what you want if you're Alabama State. You don't want DJ Heath in foul trouble. He's got 2 here in the first minute, 45 seconds. So Jacoby Ross will come in, and he'll run the point. Normally you would see Kevin Holston come in, but Jacoby Ross is going to come in now for Alabama State. He can score it for the Hornets. We told you in the pregame he's got over 800 career points for Alabama State. Morris good on the first for UAPB. He puts the Golden Lions up 3-2. Ross, the junior from New Orleans, Louisiana. 822 career points for Alabama State as you get a good look of Daquan Morris at the free throw line for UAPB. That ball rolls around, almost comes out, and falls back in for the Golden Lions. They lead Alabama State 4-2, 18-13 remaining. Here in the opening half, Ricardo Day with it right side. Ross to Daniels. Now they go to Iwusho at the free throw line. He puts the ball on the floor, got bumped a little bit. No call, but scores it anyway. 4-4 your score. 17:55 to play here in the opening half of action. Alabama State and UAPB. Banyard. Right side. McNair throws it away. Leon Daniels with a big rip for the Hornets. Gets it to Ross. Ball was almost stolen away. Ross to Iwusho, top of the key. He'll dump it off for Day. He gets his man in the air, takes a step in, misses the shot. Battle can't get the rebound, and here comes Morris for UAPB as he's able to corral it for the Golden Lions. 17:22 remaining here in the opening half. 4-4 your score. Travis Strom alongside with you as backdoor cut, from Banyard to Morris, and Morris scores it. That's what happens when you have backdoor and Banyard in the same sentence. Daniels over to Ross. Ross goes inside to Battle. Battle loses control of it. It goes out of bounds. It'll go over to UAPB. That's something that you could see Tyrone Levitt, the assistant coach for Alabama State, working with Brandon Battle on here earlier this afternoon. Battle came in here to work on his postgame, work on his free throws. They spent about 40 minutes in this gym after shoot-around working on those two things, did Levitt and Battle. Battle just needs to settle down and get back in the flow of the game. Here's Banyard. Banyard to McNair. Banyard, top of the key. He won't shoot that shot. Battle forces him to get rid of it. Here's Carter. Marquell Carter Missed a shot. Iwusho got the rebound, then had it knocked away. They're going to get Banyard with a foul. Even though Iwusho came down with the ball, it just hit Banyard's shoulder, and they're going to whistle Banyard for his first, team second. Substitution for Arkansas Pine Bluff, Jamil Wilson will check in, and McNair will leave now for UAPB. 16.5 to play. In the first half. Here's Day. Iwusho. Daniels, quick pass to Ross. Ross almost lost it, able to get it back. Bounces it over to Daniels, top of the key. Daniels will penetrate. Throws up a prayer, misses it, but able to chase down his own rebound as he was triple teamed on that play. Here's Ross, Iwusho. Iwusho drives, gets hit, and we told you the first time that Toby touched the basketball, he's a guy that'll cut to the basket. And he does just that. They'll have the ball out of bounds as you see the play from Alabama State on the rebound by Daniels. He was able to get it to Ross, who quickly got it to Toby, who penetrated, got hit by a couple of guys. Here's Ross with it, top of the key. 15:55 to play. Day to Battle. Battle loses it again. Might want to throw it up to the big man. He's 6'7", and they're bouncing it to him down on the post. Here's Wilson, Banyard. Banyard almost traveled. Wilson with it. Carter. Almost had that ball stolen away by Battle. Extra pass to Morris. 3 on the way. He left that ball well short. Here comes Toby with the rebound. Toby ahead to Brandon. Brandon is going to go up underneath. Terrence Banyard and scores it. Banyard, the shot blocker from UAPB, went for the shot block, and Battle went up and under the basket and scored it to tie things up here at 6 with 15:18 to play in the opening half. Here's Banyard. He'll go inside to Bell. They're trying to post up Iwusho now. Bell misses the shot. Battle with the rebound. Has the ball knocked away. Trying to chase it down, then try to get it to Day, and it has knocked away again, this time by Banyard into the hands of Morris. And that's just Day and Battle playing hard, but they battled each other for the rebound and knocked it away from the other. Here's Jacoby Ross. 14:50 remaining here in the opening half. Alabama State down by a pair. Ross tries to put him on top. Misses the 3. Battle hits the rebound out. Iwusho comes down with it. Has his shot blocked. In the corner, it'll be out of bounds. It'll go over to UAPB with 14:39 remaining here in the opening half. UAPB leads Alabama State 8-6 back after this timeout. You're watching Alabama State basketball on Hornet Sports Network. Welcome back to the Dunn Oliver Acadome. As you see, the Stingettes here from Alabama State performing during the timeout. It's 8-6. UAPB leads Alabama State, 14:39 remaining here in the opening half. Travis Strum alongside with you as UAPB has used the inside game, and 6 points from Daquan Morris, a guy that you didn't expect to score here early for UAPB. Alabama State, 3 players with a pair of points each. DJ Heath, Brandon Battle, Toby Iwusho. Iwusho's got 3 rebounds to go with his 2 points, while Leon Daniels has got a pair of rebounds. Big news for Alabama State, though. DJ Heath on the bench after just 1 minute and 45 seconds with 2 personal fouls here early in the opening half. No substitutions during the timeout. Actually, there was one. A.J. Farrar enters for Brandon Battle for Alabama State. Farrar, the senior from Duluth, started his college career at Morehouse before going to the Georgia Highlands Community College. Here's Bell. Bell will kick it back out. McNair with it, top of the key. McNair to Banyard. Over to Morris. Alabama State forcing UAPB now to work their ball around the perimeter. They do and get it inside to Bell. Bell, hook shot over Daniels, missed the shot. Banyard tried to get the rebound. They had position on him and came away with it for Alabama State. Good job that time by the Hornets, hitting the defensive glass. Ball stolen away is Ross. Bad pass. Banyard with the pick. Banyard took a big step. They're going to call a foul on Jacoby Ross first. But Banyard got away with a big travel. He went from the James Oliver signature on the floor all the way down to the block before he took his first dribble. We'll give you a good look at it here as Banyard got the ball here. There he is at the signature all the way down to the block. And I don't know how he got away with that travel. That was a good 4 steps. Want to give a shout out to our good buddy James Crenshaw for making the trip over to help us out with tonight's broadcast. You'll be able to see all of our home games here on the Hornet Sports Network, courtesy of our good friend from Mississippi. As I get an extra look at the replay, as we're about 30 seconds delay here from courtside, and that is amazing that he was able to get away with that. Here's Ross after one free throw made by Banyard. 9-6 your score. Ross tries to tie it up with a 3. No good off the front iron. Toby tried to get the rebound, couldn't come away with it. Here's Bell. Bell. They get the pass to Banyard, and Banyard flushes it home. 11-6. This is a UAPB team that is not intimidated by playing here in the Dunn Oliver Acadome. They came in here and won by 25 2 years ago and won here again last year. Here's Day. Ross. Day. Free throw line. Has to back it out against Bell. Farrar posting up. Couldn't get the ball. Day has a shot blocked by Bell out of bounds. Kevin Holston will enter. 1 assist shy of 100. Kevion Stewart also in. Kevion Stewart. Here's a tidbit on Stewart. His father played for Nolan Richardson on the national championship squad at the University of Arkansas. Biggest man on the squad is 6'10" tall. Here's AJ. How about that floater, that rainbow from AJ Farrar from the free throw line? Pulls Alabama State to within 3. Here's Harrelson. He'll have it for UAPB in the corner. 12:57 to play here in the opening half. Jamil Wilson has it stolen away, but he gets it back. And then the ball starts to roll out of bounds. Kevion Stewart comes away with it. Here's Iwusho. Iwusho gets it over to Kevin. Kevin to AJ. AJ, long 3 off the front iron, then off the side iron. Ross goes for the rebound, got pushed away by Wilson. Wilson then leaves it for Bell. Bell goes up, misses the shot. There was a foul on the play. The foul is on Kevin Holston. It'll be his first, team's 4th. At 11-8, UAPB leads Alabama State by 3. Bell will be at the free throw line as you get a good look at the man that scored 26 straight points for the Golden Lions in a win against Mississippi Valley. And it doesn't matter who you are, who you play for. You can score 26 consecutive points for your team before anybody else touches the basket. You deserve to be player of the week, whether you play 1 game, 2 games, or 3 games. Bell knocks down the first. It'll be 12-8. UAPB up by 4. Bell's second free throw is up. It rolls around and out. AJ pulls down the rebound. AJ Farrar to Kevin Holston. Holston to Ross. Ross to Stewart to Holston to Ross. Ross beats his man, puts it on the floor, but then Bell comes over and blocks the shot. Iwusho chases down the rebound. Kevin Holston penetrates, kicks it outside to Iwusho. 3 on the way from Toby. Good. How about that ball movement from Alabama State? The extra pass from Kevin Holston. Career assist number 100 for Kevin Holston on the 3-pointer from Toby Iwusho. Here's Stokes. He has it against Kevin Holston. Alabama State trails by a single digit. 12-11. Banyard steps out, goes inside to Bell, gets it right back from Bell. with 8 to shoot. Morris with it now, top of the key. He'll penetrate against Jacoby Ross. Bumps Ross a little bit, floats around right, misses the shot. Wusho comes down with a rebound. Here comes Alabama State quickly. Holston in the front court. Stewart, quick pass to Ross in the corner. A.J. tries to post up. Ross fade away. No good. A.J. being held. You can see his uniform held by Bell that time as Morris brings it in the front court. He'll give it off to Harrelson. Harrelson backs up. Now they go inside to Bell. Bell gets his feet twisted up. They're going to call a foul against A.J. Farrar with 11:19 remaining. Here in the opening half, Arkansas Pine Bluff leads 12-11. They'll have possession of the basketball when we come back. You're watching Alabama State basketball on Hornet Sports Network. Back after this timeout. $11:19 remaining here in the opening half. UAPB leads Alabama State 12-11. We'd like to thank our corporate sponsors. One is Airmark. Airmark provides all concessions and food here on campus for Alabama State. And while we talk about Airmark, let's go ahead and look across the scoreboard, especially in SWAC play here tonight. Not a full schedule, but there are 4 games on the docket here tonight in Southwestern Athletic Conference play. How about this score from Huntsville? Mississippi Valley State leads Alabama A&M 39-28, almost at halftime. Alabama A&M and Alabama State will battle Saturday in Birmingham at the Bill Harris Arena. Alcorn State leads Grambling, who's undefeated in conference play, 29-24 in the first half, with 3:52 to play. Southern upends Jackson State 56-50. That game has gone final, so Jackson State falls tonight against Southern. Here's the inbounds pass to Morris. Morris has it top of the key. Marquell Carter with it now. Harrelson will have it left side. He'll kick it back to Morris, top of the key. Carter, 3 on the way for UAPB. Nothing but net for him, 15-11. UAPB now leads by 4. No top 25 games here tonight for men's basketball around the country, but there is one other game that people are caring about in the first half. Clemson leads LSU in New Orleans 17-7 in the national championship contest. Here's Stewart to Holston. Holston penetrates, got hit, and Mike Nance will call the double elbow, double forearm by Keyshawn Stokes that time of UAPB. 10:40 to go, opening half. Here's Holston. Right side, Daniels, 3 on the way. No good off the back iron. Rebound will go to Stokes. Here comes Morris quickly down the left side. Harrelson tried to go inside the Bell. They got it inside the Bell. Stewart knocks it away. It'll stay with UAPB. As we await the ball to be inbounded. Pass almost stolen away by Holston. Morris comes down with it, gets Holston in the air, gets it inside to Carter. Carter then throws it away. Leon Daniels rips it away. Here's Kevin Holston quickly the other way. Holston went for the layup and tried to dump it off. Nobody was expecting a pass that time. Bell straight to the basket, missed the layup, tipped by Carter, no good. In this game now at a frantic pace with no points. Here's Stewart. They'll slow it down with Alabama State. Holston to Stewart. Stewart, right side, Daniels over to Stewart. Stewart gets his man in the air, jumper from the elbow, too hard. A.J. rips down the rebound, goes up and scores it. A.J. Farrar gets it down to 2, 15-13. 9:34 remaining. Opening half, 15-13 your score. Here's Stokes to Carter. Carter. Left side to Morris. Harrelson traveled with the basketball, no call as he stuttered after he got the ball. Here's Morris. Morris in the lane, floater over A.J., no good. Toby rips down the rebound. Here comes Iwusho, and he'll clear Morris, but then he'll leave it for A.J. A.J. over to Kevin Holston. You can tell by A.J.'s face that ankle's still bothering him. Right side, Daniels. Here's Holston, pass to A.J. Extra pass, Kevion Stewart. 3 on the way, misses everything. Morris rips down the rebound. Morris leaves it for Bell. 3 on the way, no good. Stewart rips down the rebound for Alabama State. 15-13. UAPB leads Alabama State. 8.5 remaining. Timeout on the floor. It'll be at 30. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout with them. We're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. .8:32 remaining, opening half of basketball, 15-13. UAPB leads Alabama State. It's Alabama State called a 30-second timeout to settle things down for the Hornets. Toby Iwusho has 5 points. A.J. Farrar 4 to lead Alabama State. Toby already 7 rebounds here through the first 11.5 minutes of action. Morris leads UAPB with 6. UAPB 35.7% from the floor. Alabama State 33.3% from the floor. Here's DeCardo Day. Day gets a screen from A.J. Left side, Daniels. Daniels drives to the basket. We're tied at 15 on a strong move from Leon Daniels. Daniels on the board for the first time here tonight. Here's Stokes. Carter, top of the key. Wilson. Morris. Wilson. Stokes to the basket. A.J. goes to the block. Got arm instead, and that'll put Keyshawn Stokes at the line for UAPB. 7:55 remaining. Opening half. 15-15 your score. Media timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. .755 remaining here in the opening half. You get a good look at the Alabama State cheerleaders as they dance to the music of the mighty marching Hornets here from Alabama State. You'll see plenty of them on Saturday at the Bill Harris Arena against Alabama A&M. If you've never been to the Magic City on Hardwood, make plans to attend. We'll put the ticket link out tomorrow for that game, Alabama State and Alabama A&M. But here it's 7:55 to play opening half. Travis Strom alongside with you. 15-15 your score. Alabama State and UAPB tied. How about these numbers for Toby Iwusha already? 5 points, 7 rebounds for Alabama State. Jeremy Hamilton on the floor for the first time. The transfer from West Los Angeles Community College, Brandon Battle, back on the floor for the Hornets. They join Leon Daniels, Ricardo Day, and Toby Iwusho. Here's Keyshawn Stokes, a Headland, Alabama native, a freshman, playing back in his home state for the second consecutive game, closer to home this time, as they played in Huntsville the first game. He knocks down the first, gives UAPB the 16-15 lead. Stokes, second free throw off the front iron. Brandon Battle rips down the rebound for Alabama State. That's his second rebound of the game. And here come the Hornets. 16-15 as Leon Daniels picks his dribble up top of the key, goes to Toby right side. Toby looking for somebody to get it to. Daniels tries to clear through the screen. He gets it to Day at the elbow. Day drops it off for Toby. Toby penetrates, pull-up jumper, good for Toby Wusho. 7.7 rebounds for the senior already for Alabama State. He gives Alabama State a 1-point lead, 17-16, 7:15 to play, opening half. Morris to Carter. They try to go inside to Banyard. This time he's matched up with Battle. Big shoulder from Banyard knocks Battle to the ground, and Banyard immediately turns and tells the official he flopped. Mike Nance calls a charge, so otherwise that's the second foul on Banyard. He'll go to the bench for UAPB. And Artavius McDias will check in, the 6'10", 215-pound senior from Columbus, Mississippi. Alabama State up by 1. They can extend the lead here in this possession. It's Ricardo Day. We told you he was a swing man. He can play a lot of positions. He's at the point guard position now, the transfer from Florida Gulf Coast. Dumps it off for Iwusho. Extra pass to Hamilton. Hamilton gets his man in the air, takes a step in, misses the shot. Daniels battles for the rebound as Carter batted the ball up in the air. They're called a jump ball. It'll go over to Alabama State and Mike Nance. If you could see Lewis Jackson on that play, Jackson halfway out on the floor, and Nance is going to go tell him he needs to go back to the bench and stay in his coaching box. And so what does Jackson do? If you can get a good look at him, he leans on the scorer's table. Jackson's good for that a couple of times a game. He'll come out on the court, and then he'll just walk right back and stand in the coaching box. But you can do that when you're one of the best to play in the conference. Here's Daniels. Misses the three. Battle for the rebound. Day tried to save it as he came away with it. Morris comes down with it for UAPB. Here comes the Golden Lions. We go under 7 to play. Go inside to Bell. Bell gets hit by a Battle. Then they'll call the foul on Jeremy Hamilton. That'll be the first on Hamilton. It'll be the 7th on Alabama State, so UAPB will be shooting 1 plus the bonus for the remainder of the game. 1-and-1 opportunity now for Bell. Substitution for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Alvin Streckett Jr. checks in for the first time, the freshman from Bay City, Texas. This UAPB team has 22 players on the roster, and they try to narrow it down to 12 to 15 to take per trip. So you'll see a lot of rotation here tonight from the Golden Lions. That ball from Bell went all the way down, around, and dropped as Hamilton blocked him out. So Bell looks over and says something to Mike Nance. Mike Nance will come over and say something to Jeremy Hamilton. Bell and Hamilton still talking as the officials step in. And here we go with the free throw. 17 apiece, 6:38 remaining, opening half. Bell's free throw was good. He knocks that one down. Bell has 5 for Arkansas Pine Bluff. They lead by 1, 18-17. Here's Toby. Toby, top of the key. He works against Morris. He'll go to Daniels. Daniels tried to lob that ball in today, had it knocked away. Not a good possession at all for Alabama State that time. Here's Morris. Morris tries to fake to get Day in the air. He'll drop it off for Campbell. Khalid Campbell in for the first time for UAPB. Morris directing traffic. Bell outside against Jeremy Hamilton. They're trying to post McDias up against Battle. They do, and McDias hits Bell. They're going to call another charge, and Battle draws a second consecutive charge on a ball thrown in the post. He drew the first one against Banyard, got him to the bench with 2. Draws this one against McDias. and that'll be the first on him. 18-17, 6:02 remaining here in the opening half. Alabama State, as you can see, down by a point, 18-17 to UAPB. Travis Jerome alongside with you. Here's Alabama State and UAPB do battle on Hornet Sports Network. Second game of the year that you've been able to watch here via the network. We had our first game earlier this evening. Alabama State fell to UAPB in women's action. Here they're down by one. Iwusho floater in the lane, too strong. Ball batted around and won by Bell. Here comes Morris as we're under 6 to play, opening half. Morris works against Toby defensively. Here's Campbell. Bell with it right side, lobs it into McDyess. McDyess turns, faces against Battle. Again, bounces off of Battle. Battle arms straight up in the air, nowhere to go with it as McDyess, Bell fade away. Ball is loose in the paint, and Decardo Day comes away with it for Alabama State. Here's Day. Day leaves it for Iwusho Hamilton against Bell. Bell closes. Bounce pass into Daniels. Daniels got hit on the play. We'll see which of the 4 players they call the foul on. Mike Nance with the whistle right in front of George Ivory, the head coach of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Daquan Morris picks up his second foul, so he and Banyer now with 2 fouls apiece. DJ Heath with 2 fouls for Alabama State. So 3 key players with 2 personal fouls here early for each team. Here's Daniels at the free throw line. Daniels, 1-on-1 opportunity, knocks it down. 18-17, 18-18 now. Daniels with 3. He'll have his second free throw opportunity now. If you're looking at the court, you may see a strange lineup. It'll be Hamilton Day, Daniels, Iwusho in battle for Alabama State. Get a good look at Leon Daniels, who dropped 20 against Mississippi Valley State in the last contest. Rattles this one around and down. He gives Alabama State a 1-point lead again at 19-18. Morris right in front of us, almost lost the basketball on the pass. Marcus Wallace in the game for the first time. He'll lob it again over to Morris. Morris tries to look inside to Bell. They couldn't get it. They go to McDyess instead. Now they go to Bell against Battle. Day comes over to help. Bell missed the shot. Day comes down with a rebound. Here comes Toby. Toby quickly in the front court. He'll kick it out to Hamilton. 3 on the way for Jeremy. Splash! All the way from the West Coast, Los Angeles, California. Jeremy Hamilton with a 3-pointer, 22-18. Alabama State on top by 4. Biggest lead of the day for either team here with 4:34 remaining in the opening half. Here's Morris, right side to Wallace. Wallace to Carter. Carter, 3 short. McDyess clears the rebound, scores it. They'll get the foul on Brandon Battle. Nobody blocked out for Alabama State that time. And McDyess was able to get the easy offensive rebound and go up against Brandon Battle and score it. 22-20. And there you see nobody blocking out. That ball fell right into the hands of McDyess, and Battle just threw his arm out and got called for the foul. That'll be his first. Team's 8th. Mike Stone, the 6'9", 260-pound post player from Brooklyn, New York. The new look for Stone as he breaks out the white headband here tonight. Haven't seen that look from Stone this year. Here's McDyess. Left that one well short, and Stone clears the rebound with one hand, holds the defender off with the other. 4:18 to play. In the opening half, 22-20. Day, left side Daniels, back to Day. Over to Daniels. Daniels, left side. Tried to go to Hamilton inside. Luckily, Wusho was there to grab it. Here's Day. 8 to shoot for Alabama State. Day penetrates. Drives in, gets held. And let's see, they'll call that on Morris. If that's on Morris, that's 3. As we await the call, that will be on Morris. That'll be his 3rd person with 3:55 to play. Opening half, Alabama State leads by 2 in possession. Back after this timeout, you're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. 22-20, Alabama State leads UAPB. 3:55 to play here in the opening half. Travis Strom alongside with you. Hope you're enjoying the stream tonight. Hope you enjoyed the women's game. Our buddy James Crenshaw made the trip all the way from Mississippi to come over here and help. And guess what? He'll be here every other home game from here on out, so you'll be able to watch Alabama State men's and women's basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. We may switch it up on you a couple times. We may go Facebook. We may go YouTube. It all just depends on what kind of mood we're in and how many people really want to watch it on which platform. Matter of fact, we'll put it to you like this. Those of you watching, if you want to make a comment here on YouTube and make a vote, we'll put it up. We'll put it up on Twitter later as well to let you vote to see if you want to watch it on Facebook or YouTube. Here's Ricardo Day at the free throw line for Alabama State. Hey, you get a good look at the graduate transfer from Florida Gulf Coast. Misses the free throw. Ball rebounded by Stokes. We'll be back on the air on normal platform on the Hornet Sports Network audio broadcast on Saturday from Birmingham. 2:45 pregame for the women, Alabama State against Alabama A&M. It is A&M's home game. Then we'll be on the air for the men, Alabama State and Alabama A&M. 15 minutes prior to that game, as you see a traveling call against Carter. If you ever want to know the links, we'll shoot them out to you. We've got one person voting already. He said YouTube. Loves the YouTube stream. Make sure you tell all your friends to kick over and watch. We'll do this every home game. Here's Day. Day to Toby. Toby to Day. Day lobs it into Stone. Stone, easy layup for Alabama State. 24-20, Alabama State on top by 4. Here's Wallace. We told you we had some surprises when the new year hit. This was one of them. We had a little difficulty because of the storms that came through Saturday against Mississippi Valley State, able to get this game on and the women's game earlier tonight. Here's Wallace. Carter, top of the key. Stokes, left side, back to Wallace. Wallace, pull up, instead kicks it to Carter. 3 to shoot. Carter, no choice. And how about that? Carter drains a 3 as the shot clock was expiring. 24-23. He cuts the lead to 1. See, Alabama State will bring the basketball down. Good look again at Ricardo Day. Day pulls up for a 3. This one off the back iron. Quick shot for Alabama State that time. Carter pulls it down. Here's Wallace. Stone clears him, misses the shot. Battle for the rebound is won by Leon Daniels, who gives a couple of head pumps and gets a foul call. Against UAPB, that foul call will go on Harrelson. As you see the break from UAPB, as Stone cleared everybody out and Daniels came away with the rebound. You saw the 2 head fakes by Daniels, and the official balled it and called the foul on UAPB. Leon Daniels will do that. He'll draw fouls, and he'll draw a lot of them just by his body language. Misses the free throw, however. This is what Alabama State did against Mississippi Valley in the second half, and Valley made them pay for it as they cut it to 3 late. 2:10 remaining. Carter. Harrelson, wide open 3, shoots that ball down from his belt line. Day pulls down the rebound. Here's Iwusho. Iwusho spins. The left-hand layup no good. Heck of a move from Toby that time. Toby spun and left his defender standing there. Just missed the left-handed layup. We'll give you a good look again here at that move from Toby. Toby puts his foot down hard, pivots, left-hand layup. Just left it where it rolled off the rim with 1:59 to play here in the opening half. As they go to clean the floor or work on the basket. I think they may be working on the basket. As the Acadome facilities manager, Leonard Burke, working on it. If you watch the women's game, as the shot clock actually went out and the clock above the board. Second time we've had some issues tonight. The first one, UAPB's women's team knocked the red light off the back of the backboard after it hit it. Shattered the light bulb everywhere, had a 5-minute delay. I think this time when that ball went out of bounds and there was a scrum for it, somebody kicked the cord. And when they kicked the cord, it kicked the power off. Now it'll take a minute for it to boot back up as they get it plugged up. 1:59 to play and it goes out again. While they're working on that, we'll give you some leaders for both teams. Toby Uwusho, 7.7 rebounds for Alabama State here in the opening half. A.J. Farrar has 4 off the bench. Leon Daniels has 4 for Alabama State, who's shooting 37% from the floor, 10 of 27, 2 of 9 from behind the arc at 22.2%, 2 of 4 from the free throw line at 50%. Marquell Carter and Daquan Morris has 6 points each for UAPB. Morris and Stokes each with 3 rebounds for UAPB. We'll step aside for a break while they work on this shot clock. You're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. Welcome back to the Dunn Oliver Acadome. We're going to finish the first half. If you're watching the game, we'll finish the first half. No clock, no shot clock on the Alabama State end. They're going to try to repair that for the second half. 1:59 remaining here in the opening half. 24-23 your score. Alabama State on top of UAPB by a single point as we go under. 1:45. Here's Carter. Carter to Bell. Bell had it ripped away by Daniels and poked away again by Day. Toby comes away with it. Iwusho will get it today, and Alabama State will just hold things in the back court, in the front court now. Here's Iwusho. Iwusho drives, gets hit before he took 2 steps. Iwusho. Get a good look at the senior from Chicago. Misses the free throw. And Toby came in here last night and shot 50 free throws when the game was over. Had his worst performance from the line, 1 of 7. He'll be the first one to tell you he wasn't happy with his play last night. 7.7 rebounds here tonight. Knocks down the second. That gives him 8, and Alabama State up by 2 now, 25-23. Here's Harrelson. Over to Stokes. Wallace, right side. Halftime, we'll give you some halftime statistics. We'll step aside for a little while, and then we'll give you some scores from around the SWAC as well. Wallace, right side, inside to Bell. Bell against Stone. Squeezes by Stone somehow and gets that ball to fall. Looked like he may have traveled, then he fell, stumbled, and was able to get that shot up over Stone. Under a minute to play, 25-25 your score. Here's Daniels. Iwusho with an easy finger roll and just drops it down, 27-25. Left side, Harrelson. Harrelson to Wallace. Wallace to Carter. Carter back to Wallace. Moving the ball around the perimeters. Bell tries to post up Stone. Down low, can't do it. Here's a 3 on the way from Carter. That's 3 3-pointers for Carter, and UAPB up now by 1, 28-27. Alabama State in the backcourt with 8 to shoot, and Day and Iwusho were talking and walking. Here's Day. Day got hit, went up, missed the shot. Ball rebounded by Harrelson. And that'll do it here in the first half. 28-27, UAPB leads Alabama State at the break at the Dunn Oliver Acadome. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the second half and halftime statistics and scores from around the SWAC. You're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. Back after this break. Welcome back to the Dunn Oliver Acadome. Travis Jerome alongside with you at halftime, where UAPB leads Alabama State 28-27, courtesy of a shot in the final few seconds by Marquell Carter, three-pointer that put UAPB up after the shot clock was winding down. Alabama State had a chance to take the lead at the buzzer, but a Ricardo Day floater just ran off the back of the iron, no good. And that's where we stand here at the break between Alabama State and UAPB. While we're here at the break, Alabama State will be in action again on Saturday. The women will be in action at 3 o'clock, following by the men at 5 at the Bill Harris Arena at the Birmingham Crossplex in Birmingham, Alabama. The Magic City on the hardwood. Alabama State and Alabama A&M will do battle. It'll be a key game depending on the outcome of this one, as Alabama A&M was trailing earlier to Mississippi Valley in the first half. We'll try to get you that score here in just a minute. Here is 28-27. Alabama State trails UAPB as we take a look at the SWAC scoreboard before we give you our halftime stats. Are no top 25 games in action tonight on a Monday night, a light night around the country. Is really MEAC and SWAC action tonight in basketball. Those are the two conferences dominating right now. Mississippi Valley State continues to lead Alabama A&M, 8:46 remaining in that game, 58-51 in Huntsville. Alabama A&M 2-1 in conference play. Mississippi Valley State 0-2. How about the only undefeated team left in conference play? Trails big in the second half to Alcorn State, 58-43. Alcorn State coming off a win at Texas Southern, something that hasn't happened in years for the Braves, and they're doing it now at home against Grambling, up by 15. The other game we told you that went final, Southern won their first conference game, beating Jackson State 56-50. That puts the Tigers down at 2-2 in conference play, and with a win here for Alabama State, they could go 2-2 in conference play, which will put them in a dogpile with a lot of other teams right there in the middle of the pack in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. But here, they trail UAPB 28-27, live from the Dunn Oliver Acadome. We'll go ahead and give you our halftime statistics for both teams. UAPB shooting 37.9, Alabama State 37.9%, 11 for 29 from the floor, just 22.2% from behind the arc, 2 for 9, 3 for 6 from the free throw line at 50%. UAPB 9 for 23 for 39.1%, but the big difference is they're 3 of 7 from behind the arc at 42.9%. All 3 of those belong to Marquell Carter. 7 for 11 from the free throw line for UAPB, 63.6%. Alabama State winning the rebounding battle. Listen to this number, 24-11 as you see it on your screen in the rebounding battle. Alabama State has dished out 6 assists on their 11 made field goals, 5 for UAPB on their 9 made field goals. Individually, Carter leads UAPB with 9 points. Bell with 7, Morris with 6 for the Golden Lions. For Alabama State, Toby Wusho closing in on a double-double at halftime, 10.7 rebounds. The only player in double figures for both teams, and the only player closing in on a double-double for either team. 28-27 your score at the break. When we come back, it'll be second half action here from the Dunn Oliver Acadome. You're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. 28-27, your score at the break. Second half about to get underway here from the Dunn Oliver Acadome in Montgomery, Alabama, the state capital of the state of Alabama, the home of the Alabama State University Hornets. Travis Strom alongside with you as Alabama State trails UAPB by a single digit thanks to a Marquell Carter three-pointer near the end of the first half. We'll reset both teams for you also. It'll be Jordan McNair, Marquell Carter, Markedrick Bell, Terrence Banyard, and Daquan Morris. It'll be Leon Daniels, DJ Heath, Decard O'Day, Brandon Battle, and Toby Iwusho. The five starters for both teams back on the floor, here to start the second half. Pass inside to Bell. They've used Bell a lot in the post tonight. They go inside against Bell again with Toby Iwusho. They dump it off to Banyard. Carter with 10 to shoot. Banyard has it short corner. They could try to go inside to Bell. They're going to get Toby with a foul from behind. Toby had his hands in Bell's back. He knows it as soon as he turns around and looks. That'll be the first on Toby. First on Alabama State to start the second half. Again, make sure you get your tickets for Alabama State, Alabama A&M on Saturday in Birmingham. Bill Harris Arena. Alabama A&M home game. Here's McNair. He tries to go inside to Banyard. Gets it inside. Ball rebounded by Decard O'Day. Not sure what happened in the right corner of the court that time. Marquell Carter just took a dive. I don't know if he hit a slick spot on the floor, but there was nobody from Alabama State over there with him. 18 to shoot. Here's Daniels. Iwusho. Heath. Today will go baseline. He'll get hit. Tries to throw up a shot. He'll get hit and fouled on the floor. 19:09 remaining here in the basketball game. It'll be Alabama State basketball. Here's Iwusho. He'll go to Heath. He traveled. No, now I thought he traveled. Mike Nance, the official, actually blew the whistle for the shot clock. It's right. It was at 19:05 and 17. I think the new rule, here's the new rule for those at home. It goes at 30 no matter what the possession is. And then if an offensive rebound or a foul, it resets to 20. Heath to Iwusho. Iwusho traveled at the free throw line. He'll go over to UAPB. Golden Lions basketball as Alabama State will come out with some pressure now. Here's Moore. Someone has stolen away. They're going to get Daniels with the foul from behind instead. Leon Daniels aggressive on defense that time, but couldn't get away with that one, and he'll get whistled for the foul. That's a backcourt violation as we let you watch McNair bring it up. He tried to get it to Morris. Nowhere to go. And a backcourt violation. Toby Iwusho will inbound the basketball just to our left. And he'll do so for Alabama State. Heath will run the offense for Alabama State. He'll go right side to Cardo Day to Daniels. Daniels to Iwusho. Iwusho kicks it out to Daniels. Daniels puts it on the floor one time. Missed the three-pointer battle. Fighting Carter for the rebound. Carter comes away with it. Here's Morris now right side. Drops it for Carter. Carter three on the way. He's 4 for 5 from behind the arc for UAPB. 31-27, Golden Lions on top. Heath picks his dribble up. Somebody's got to come help him. Leon Daniels finally does. Heath, left side, looking for somebody to get it to. Tries to lob it inside the battle. Bell knocks it away. Here's Bell. He'll go the length of the court. He'll dump it off McNair. Carter, another three on the way. And another three for Carter. That's 5 for 6 for Marquell Carter. 17:46 to play here in the basketball game. UAPB now up by 7. 34-27, timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. You're watching Alabama State basketball on Hornet Sports Network. 34-27. Marquell Carter has absolutely come out here on fire for UAPB in the second half. He's 5 for 6 behind the arc. He's hit both of his opportunities here in the last minute to put Alabama State behind by 7. Here's Heath. Heath today a whistle away from the basketball. They'll get a holding foul against UAPB. And that'll be on Bell. Heath. Outside to Iwusho. Heath, three-pointer on the way. That ball knuckled its way in. 34-30, DJ Heath with his first basket of the game. Here's Morris against Iwusho. McNair with it top of the key. Got a whistle, and let's see what they'll call that foul on Brandon Battle. It will be on Battle. Substitution into the game, number 13. That'll be the second on Brandon Battle. Here's Morris. Whistle, and they'll get a foul call on Decardo Day, who lost his footing. Here's Bell inbound. Works against A.J. Farrar, who checked in against Brandon Battle. Fade away from Bell, no good. Carter then tries to get the rebound away from A.J. A.J. had inside position, and they'll get Carter on the foul. That'll be his second. Team's third. Here's Heath. Has it left side, goes to A.J. Farrar, over to Day. Day to Daniels. Daniels, step back three, gets hit, and almost made the shot, and that'll be 4 on Morris. Daquan Morris will have to go to the bench now with 4 fouls for UAPB with 16:28 remaining here in this basketball game. And Leon Daniels will go to the line to shoot 3. As you can see as you watch this replay, Daniels stepped back, went up, had his legs out, and Morris challenged the shot. When he challenged the shot, Daniels hit the deck, and he'll be at the line shooting 3 now for Alabama State. (34-30) as they're going to look at the monitor to see if it was a three-pointer or it was a 2. We can look on our end in case they have to come over here and look. He stepped back, and it looks clearly like it was a 3. Hard to tell, though, because the official's in the way as he goes up for the shot. He comes down with his foot on the line. But when he took off, it's hard to tell from where he took off from if it was a 3. They will call it a 3-point opportunity. (34-30) your score, 16:28 to play. As we'll await Leon Daniels getting to the free throw line. First shot for Daniels is good. Daniels good on the second. Daniels good on the third. 34-33 now. Alabama State pulls within one. Carter. McNair. They'll beat the pressure, will UAPB, with a long pass to Bell. He leaves it for Carter. Carter tries to finish and misses the dunk. Here's Jackson. Carter, right side. He'll kick it out to Banyard. They tried to go inside to Bell. Knocked away by A.J. Farrar. Here comes Alabama State. DJ Heath in the front court. Heath. They try to clear for DeCardo. Can't get it to him. Instead, they go to Daniels. Daniels leaves it for A.J. A.J. hooks shot in the lane. Misses it. Daniels knocks it away from Bell. 15:33 to play. We should have a media timeout. We will have a timeout on the floor. 15:33 to play here in the half. 34-33. UAPB leads Alabama State back after this timeout. You're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. $15:33 remaining here in this basketball game. UAPB leads Alabama State by a single digit, 34-33. It'll be UAPB basketball coming out of the timeout on a call at the baseline. It looked like it went off with the Golden Lions. Instead, they say it went off with the Hornets. It'll be Alabama State on defense here when we come back. 15.5 to play. Alabama State looking for their second straight win in conference play. Travis Jerome alongside with you. Here from the Dunn Oliver Acadome in the capital city in the state of Alabama. Here's Carter. He'll inbound the basketball as Alabama State comes with pressure. A.J. Farrar got out of the way, almost got called for a charge. Pass gets to Banyard. He goes up and under Toby Iwusho. Heath, top of the key. Ross. Iwusho. Iwusho straight to the basket. He has 12. And Alabama State has cut it to one again, 36-35. Here's McNair to Banyard in the corner. Banyard will not shoot that basketball as A.J. comes out late. Here's McNair inside to Bell. Bell loses it. Good defense by Toby. Here comes Day with it. DeCardo leaves it for Jacoby Ross. Day almost lost it on the pass back. Here's A.J. Farrar. DeCardo, Day will back it out. He'll get it to DJ Heath. They'll reset it. 3 point guards on the floor for Alabama State right now. Ross, Heath, and Day. Working the ball around the perimeter. 10 to shoot. Jacoby Ross. Back to Heath. They get it over to Day. 5 to shoot. Day, three-pointer on the way. No good off the back iron. Ball rebounded by Xavier Jackson. Carter, wide open three-pointer. Missed it in the corner. Then tried to hit it off of Jacoby Ross and hit the baseline instead. So now we figured out Carter can hit a shot with a defender in his face, but when he's left open, he misses it well short. And he missed that ball well short and then tried to save it and knock it out of bounds off Jacoby Ross. Instead, it went out off the baseline. Here's Ross. He'll bring it down now, and Heath will move to the 2. Daniels, Iwusho, and A.J. Farrar on the floor for Alabama State as well. Here's Heath. He'll go right side, gets it to Toby. Toby to Leon. Leon looked at the three, gets it into AJ instead. Backdoor cut by DJ Heath. He waited on Bell to jump. Bell didn't, and DJ Heath puts Alabama State up by 2. 37-36, 13:45 to play here in the basketball game. Here's Wilson. He'll work against Toby Iwusho. Wilson, top of the key, Banyard. Back over to Wilson. Three-pointer on the way, wide open look. That ball battled around. A.J. Farrar mistimed his jump off the three-pointer by Jackson, and that allowed Carter to come over and knock it away. That's just unlucky for A.J. That ball hung up on the rim for a long time. Drive to the basket, scores it over 2 defenders. Jamil Wilson for UAPB. This back and forth affair continues as the Golden Lions now lead 38-37. Jacoby Ross with it. He'll run the point for Alabama State with under 13 to play. Iwusho. Top of the key, left side, Daniels. Daniels inside to AJ. AJ left it for Toby. He had DJ Heath behind him. I don't think he knew DJ was there, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Toby. It'll be Arkansas Pine Bluff basketball. Here's pressure from the Hornets. They barely get the ball in bounds. Jackson. He'll leave it for Wilson. Wilson to Banyard, and Pine Bluff will reset the offense now in the front court. Wilson will leave it for McDyess, who's back in. Stokes also back in for the Golden Lions. Wilson tries to clear Daniels. Fadeaway left-handed shot. And again, the ball hangs on the rim, and this time falls. 40-37. Pine Bluff back up by 3. Heath will leave it for Toby Iwusho, and he'll call the play. Jacoby Ross over to Heath. Top of the key, 16 to shoot for Alabama State. DJ Heath with it over to Jacoby. Jacoby goes left, nowhere to go. It's cut off. He'll leave it for Heath. Extra pass over to Iwusho. Gets hung in the air. Jump pass from Heath to Ross. 3 on the way, no good. Off the back iron. DJ rips down the rebound. Toby with it now. Fake the 3. He kicks it to the corner to Leon. Three-pointer on the way. Late challenge, no good. AJ can't get the rebound. He didn't jump. And that is actually Banyard that comes over the back of A.J. Farrar. 11:37 remaining. Here in the basketball game, Golden Lions lead your Hornets 40-37. Back after this timeout, you're watching Alabama State basketball on Hornet Sports Network. $11:37 remaining here in this basketball game. UAPB leads your Hornets by 3. 40-37. Travis Jerome alongside with you here from the Dunn Oliver Acadome. This is the final home game for Alabama State for a while. They won't be back here till February 1st when they host a 2-game set against Prairie View A&M and Texas Southern. You'll be able to watch both of those games here on the network as well. I'd like to thank a lot of our sponsors, including Metro PCS by T-Mobile. Been with us through football season. They're here with us again tonight from the Dunn Oliver Acadome. Scores from around the conference brought to you by Metro PCS by T-Mobile. Alcorn State about to win. They're up by 19 over Grambling State, 78-59, 3:45 remaining in that basketball game. There will be no undefeated team left in the conference after tonight in conference play with that score. How about Mississippi Valley State? They've up in Alabama A&M 72-66. Lindsey Hunter gets his first win as the head coach of the Delta Devils. They go to 1-2 in conference play. They go inside to Banyard. They're going to call offensive foul against UAPB. It'll go against Banyard. So A&M now 2-2. Alabama State looking to try to get to 2-2. Going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat here in the second half, though. They trail by 3 with 11:21 to play. DJ Heath. A lot of our players' families that are from up north listening, Maryland, Pennsylvania. Let us know where you're watching from here tonight. We'd like to know. Here's DJ Heath. He'll leave it for Jacoby Ross, top of the key. Ross over to Daniels. Daniels gives it to Toby. Toby from the elbow and wants a foul. Doesn't get it. 40-39 your score. Here's Wilson. 10:40 to play. 40-39. Alabama State down by 1. Wilson will get a screen from McDyess. Leaves it for Carter in the corner. 3 on the way. Knocks it down. They'll call it a long 2 instead. They're going to look at that on the next dead ball. 43-39. We'll look at it with them on the next dead ball to see what they saw. As they call it a long 2, we'll take the 2 for now as the ball moves around the perimeter. Here's Ross, Heath, Daniels. Daniels against Carter. Try to step back instead of leave it for Heath. 3 on the way, no good off the front iron. Toby battles for the rebound, wins it, and he'll go to the free throw line after the foul. They'll get Stokes with the foul, and then I'll put Toby Iwusho at the free throw line. So while Toby's at the line, we'll go back and look if we can at that shot by Carter in the corner. Hard to tell where we are. Looks like a 3 from where we sit and from looking at the replay. Now it'll be Toby's turn at the free throw line. He's got a chance to cut it down, however. It's a 4-point game. Make it a 3-point game, 43-40. If they look at that three-pointer and they change it, it'll be a 4-point game. Free throw from Iwusho. He rattles that one down as well. 43-41 your score. They actually called it a Carter three-pointer on the board, so it should be 42-41 unless they put the 3. Here's McDyess. Went up for the dunk, missed the dunk, and Toby with a good foul that time for Alabama State. That'll be his second, team 6 of the half, but a good foul from Toby. We'll see if McDyess can knock down the free throws. So they called it a 3. They're going to put the 3 on the board. It's 43-41 right now. And they're going to go look at it, I think. Maybe they won't. As 2 officials went to the floor, went to the monitor, didn't see it. Here's McDyess at the line. Misses the first, so a good foul from Toby. We want to send our well wishes to all of those affected by the weather yesterday in the southeastern part of the United States as the storm cells ripped through Louisiana, Mississippi, including Texas and Alabama. McDyess missed the second. Rebound by Wilson. He loses it. Then DJ Heath comes up with it, and he'll get a timeout. Heads up play from DJ Heath with 9:53 to play. We'll take a timeout with him. 43-41 UAPB up over Alabama State. Back after this timeout. 30-second timeout on the floor. (43-41) your score. Alabama State down by 2 points here to UAPB. From the Dunn Oliver Acadome, Travis Jerome alongside with you. As Alabama State on a heads-up play from DJ Heath, they'll get the timeout. Now they'll come out of the timeout, and they'll have possession of the basketball. Here's Heath. He'll leave it for Ross. 3 on the way. Jacoby well short. Battle for the rebound and cleared by Xavier Jackson. Jackson in the front court for UAPB. They'll quickly work the ball around the perimeter. They're trying to get it McDyess against A.J. Farrar. 5-inch difference down there in the post. McDyess can't do anything with it. He'll leave it for Kayshawn Stokes, who knocks down the easy jumper. And UAPB builds their lead back to 4 at 45-41. DJ Heath, Jacoby Ross. Ross right side, Toby Iwusho. DJ Heath with it. Drives baseline, got hit. He throws that ball over the backboard, and it hits the wiring on the top. DJ Heath, who has had some problems this year with his lower extremities, almost got kicked again as A.J. Farrar went in and slipped that time, trying to pick him up and help him. Heath will be at the line for Alabama State. As there's condensation, sweat, everything on the floor. It's a warm night outside. A rainy night outside here in Montgomery, Alabama. Rain came through earlier today, been raining most of the morning. We got an alert about 30 minutes ago that said it was raining again. Now the rain has finally passed through, hopefully for the night. That'll be clear path from here west for anybody traveling anywhere from here, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. Speaking of Louisiana, 28-17, LSU leads Clemson in the third. A lot of football left there as DJ misses the first free throw. Alabama State again struggling from the free throw line, 7 of 14. Currently for the Hornets at 50%. They trail by 4. Heath misses the back end of the free throws as well, cleared by Carter. DJ Heath, the career 45% free throw shooter for Alabama State, missed both. Here's Jackson. He'll get it to Carter. They'll reset the offense. UAPB looking to run some clock. Iwusho comes away with a steal to DJ. DJ almost lost it. AJ picks up the loose ball. He'll drive and get hit by Stokes, and they'll call the foul on Stokes. As AJ is 6'5", an undersized post player, an oversized wing, still playing with a bad ankle. That'll be the third on Stokes. It'll be the 8th on UAPB, and A.J. Farrar will go to the line to shoot 1 plus the bonus. And another missed free throw from Alabama State. Ball rebounded by Stedrick. Here's Stokes. Inside pass, easy basket again for the Golden Lions, 47-41. And Alabama State has got to get some stops defensively. But more importantly, they've got to knock down free throws when they have the opportunity. Heath, Ross, back to Heath. Heath penetrates, drives, bounce pass to A.J. Nice pass from DJ Heath. DJ faked the pass up high, then bounced it to A.J. Farrar while he was in the air, and A.J. able to knock down the layup. 47-43 your score. Here's Wilson. He'll leave it for Jackson. Over to Carter. Stokes. They're going to move the ball around the perimeter. They're trying to get it inside. Now they're going to call a foul on Jacoby Ross. Ross was backpedaling. They're going to say he hand checked, and with 7:43 to play here in the basketball game. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. UAPB will be at the free throw line. When we come back, they lead by 4. You're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. 7:43 remaining here in this basketball game. Alabama State trails by 4. Arkansas Pine Bluff will have a chance to extend that lead when we come out of the timeout when they go to the free throw line. Here in Montgomery, Alabama, the Dunn Oliver Acadome, Travis Drum alongside with you here for the final home game until February 1st. That's right, Alabama State just got home and they'll be on the road again until February 1st when they host Prairie View in a 2-game homestand with Prairie View and Texas Southern. We'll have both of those games for you here on the Hornet Sports Network as well. As they're trying to figure out, I think that three-pointer they're looking at, the officials have been over there most of the time out. I'm sure that's what they're looking at if you want to go back and look at things. Carter's foot, we saw it, looked like it was behind the line. As we look at it again, the pass gets kicked outside. Carter from the corner sets his feet. Looks like a three-pointer. If it is a three-pointer, that's where we'll stand right now, 47-43. If a point comes off the scoreboard, we'll know. And that's what they'll do. They'll call the three-point. Now they'll take it away. How about that? They went back and looked at it. Obviously, his foot was on the line. From our viewpoint, it was hard to tell because we're behind the basketball. But they're going to call it a 2, and it takes a point off the board, 46-43. Here's the free throw, no good by Stokes and ripped down by A.J. Farrar. 46-43 now, a 3-point deficit facing Alabama State. Travis Strom alongside with you here at the Dunn Oliver Acadome. Jacoby Ross right side. Leon Daniels. Daniels to Ross. He'll leave it for Heath. Back over to Ross. 3 on the way. Jacoby misses another one. It rolls in and out for Jacoby. Jacoby's had some good looks. They just haven't fallen for him tonight. As he's 0 for 5 from behind the arc. Still trying to get that first basket. Here's Carter's Alabama State settles into a zone. They get it back to Carter. Fade away off the front, ironing down. Marquell Carter for UAPB now has 19, and it's 48-43. Game high 19. Toby's got 16 for Alabama State. He's got 16 and 8. DJ Heath. Right side, Jacoby Ross back to Heath, top of the key. Leon Daniels, left side, Toby. Tried to go to A.J., had it stolen away by Carter. Jackson will walk it up the floor. Now he'll speed things up for UAPB. Drives in. They're going to call a charge. Now they're going to come in. You've got one official calling a charge, and then Mike Nancy, the head referee, comes in and changes the call. They're going to get A.J. Farrar with the rake across the hands. If A.J. keeps his hands down, that's a charge against UAPB, and DJ Heath will draw it. Instead, A.J. gets his hands in and causes the foul. As you just looked at it, it looked like it was all ball. We're not going to get into whether it was or not from our vantage point. It just looked like he raked across the ball. Nonetheless, UAPB able to hit the first free throw. Knocks down the second. 7-point advantage, biggest of the night now for the Golden Lions. 6:36 remaining. Here's Iwusho to Heath. Right side, Daniels. Daniels finds Jacoby Ross. Will this be the one? And again, Ross has one go all the way down and out, and Jacoby has both fists balled up. He's frustrated. He's getting good looks. They're going to fall eventually. He needs to keep shooting it. He's getting good looks, and the ball is just going 3/4 of the way down. As you can see, Jacoby frustrated with himself right now on the court. And all of his teammates going to pick him up right there behind the free throw line at the top of the key. Here's Toby. Toby will get the line shooting 1 and 1 for Alabama State. Toby misses the free throw again on the front end. Loose basketball. A.J. tries to get it. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by A.J. Farrar, and it will go over to UAPB. Alabama State struggling mightily from the free throw line right now. 8 of 15 for 53.3%. They're down by 7. They've missed 7 from the line. They're not much better from behind the arc, actually worse from behind the arc. 3 for 18 at 16.7%. When you have a team like UAPB shooting 48% from the floor, 45% from behind the arc, 16.7 when you're 3 of 18 from the beyond the arc will do you in, and Alabama State's going to have to find an answer and find one quick here in the second half with 6:19 to play. Alabama State will come with pressure. Here's Wilson. Wilson will go to Carter. Carter will clear things out. Now he'll direct traffic for UAPB. Jackson tries to go to Carter. There'll be a foul. It'll be on Toby. It'll be his third with 5:58 to play here in this basketball game. A lot of people asking questions about whether we'll continue to stream our home games, that they want to see all of our home games here on the Hornet Sports Network. Well, I got news for you. Stay tuned because we've got 7 more home dates, 14 more games. We'll have all 14 of those here on the Hornet Sports Network via YouTube, and then we'll kick it to the spring season, baseball, softball. And then stay tuned for what we do in the fall. You might be in for a nice little surprise. Here's Carter. Knocks down the first, 51-43 as Carter gets his point back off the three-pointer that he had taken away. Is a 2. Carter now has 18 for UAPB. How about the score in New Orleans? Clemson not going away, 28-25 midway through the third. Carter knocks down both. Here's Heath. Heath, right side, Daniels, back to Heath. Heath, top of the key. Over to Daniels. Daniels, right side. Steps through. How about that move from Leon Daniels? Able to step through and score. Knocks it back down to 7, 52-45. Golden Lions move the ball around the perimeter again. Milking the shot clock as much as they can, trying to limit possessions for Alabama State. Here's Wilson. Turns, shoots over Jacoby Ross off the front iron and misses. Ball is up and tipped. It looked like it was Morris that got the tip. Not sure. We'll see who scored it. 54-45. Alabama State down by 9. Here's Ross. Heath. Over to Daniels. Inside Iwusha. They leave it for Battle. Battle reverse layup. Good for Alabama State. Cuts it back down to 7 again. So Alabama State scoring now offensively. They got to get a stop or two on the defensive end. Here's Morris. Wilson. Jackson. Top of the key, Jackson. He works against Heath. Penetrates, got away with a step. Toby comes away with it. Alabama State averted disaster that time. Here's Iwusho to the basket, gets hit. And Toby straight to the basket against Bell. Bell tried to challenge. Toby strong with the basketball. Goes up and scores it. And he'll get an and one opportunity, 54-49. We'll look at it again as Toby saw an opening when he crossed half court, went straight up. Bell came over and challenged late. Toby went up, able to get the ball up and over the iron. And he'll be at the free throw line now. Will Toby Iwusho with a chance for a three-point play. He's got 18. He's 3 for 5 from the line tonight. It'll be Daniels, Battle, Heath, Ross, Iwusho all on the floor for Alabama State with 4.5 to play. Knocks it down. And it gives a nice little fist bump, and that's what you want if you're Alabama State. Your leading scorer to get some confidence, 54-50. Now Jacoby Ross will play defense on Wilson in the zone. It's kind of a matchup zone when you look at it if you're watching Alabama State here defensively. Here's Morris, Carter, top of the key. Wilson. Banyard trying to post up Battle. Wilson gets cut off baseline, 5 to shoot, nowhere to go. Ball gets bounced into Morris. Somehow Morris was able to get that basketball with Leon Daniels playing defense. scores at 56-50. Under 4 to play. 1 media timeout left for Alabama State and UAPB. 3 on the way from Jacoby. Missed that one wide. Battle goes for the rebound. And they'll say it goes out of bounds off of Brandon Battle. It'll be UAPB basketball when we come back. 3:46 to play. 56-50 your score. Alabama State down to the Golden Lions back after this timeout. .346 to play here in this basketball game. Alabama State trying to fight their way back into this contest. They trail by 6, thanks in large part to Marquell Carter's outside shooting for the Golden Lions. Alabama State struggling from behind the arc as they continue to try to get points from behind the arc. However, the Hornets just 3 of 19, 15.8% in the basketball game. So out of the timeout, Terrence Banyard will be at the line for the Golden Lions. We'll see what he can do now at the line for UAPB. Alabama State needs some stops. And right now, they need Banyard to miss both of these free throws. 2-shot foul, both teams in the double bonus. Banyard rolls this one around and down. Not really what you want if you're Alabama State. You wanted Banyard to miss that one. Want him to try to miss this one as well. Missed the second. Daniels rips down the rebound. Here comes Alabama State in possession. Down by 7, 3:40 to play. Here's Ross. Ross over to Heath. Daniels, Iwusho gets in. Thought he got hit from behind. Looked like it was all ball, but instead UAPB grabs the rebound. Here's Banyard. He'll have it for UAPB. Penetrates, gets hit, and they're going to say travel first. .3:14 to play. Alabama State in possession. They need to score on this possession. If you're the Hornets, you don't need another dead possession. Allow UAPB a chance to extend the lead. Here's Heath. Outside Daniels. Daniels, Toby. 3 on the way from Toby. Ross, 3, misses. Ball will go over to UAPB off the miss. 2:50 to play. Right side, Morris. Whistle timeout called by UAPB. We'll take it with them. You're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. 2:43 remaining here in the basketball game. Alabama State down by 7, 57-50. Golden Lions in possession, 18 to shoot. Alabama State needs to stop after another empty possession on that last trip. Here's Morris. 3 on the way from Wilson. Well short on that one. It was a shot clock violation anyway, whether Ross got a hand on it or not. Ball will go over to Alabama State. And really, if you're UAPB, are you upset you didn't get any points? No, because you milked 30 seconds off the shot clock. And now there's just 2:23 remaining here in the basketball game. So here's DJ Heath. Heath has the basketball. Top of the key, drives in left against Morris, goes up with the right hand and knocks it down. Big move from DJ Heath that time. He'll get a chance for the three-point play as that foul is on Morris, and that'll be 5 on Morris. Daquan Morris. Big first half for him, but they left him on the floor, and he got 3 first-half fouls. That's a big foul call as Heath goes up and scores it, knocks it down to 5. Big free throws now for DJ. He needs to convert this to get it down to 4 with just 2:03 remaining. Heath, free throw, good. 57-53, full court pressure, man-to-man full court pressure now from Alabama State. That ball almost stolen away from Leon Daniels. Banyer was wide open underneath the basket for UAPB. Bell didn't see him, and that was good for Alabama State that time. Here's the pass to Bell. They go into Banyard. Banyard turnaround too hard. Leon Daniels comes down with a rebound. He gets it to Toby Iwusho. Iwusho to Daniels. They'll slow it down. Plenty of time for Alabama State. Toby launches a 3, short. Rebound by Wilson. Toby had time and instead lost a 3. Here's Wilson. As the crowd is going to come alive now. I think Alabama State was expecting this earlier with 1:19 to play. Here's Wilson. Left side, Stokes. They try to go inside the Bell. They get it inside the Bell against Daniels. Hook shot, good. See why that young man had all those points against Mississippi Valley State as he puts UAPB back up by 6. To the basket is Heath. He gets fouled. Alabama State trying frantically to get back in this game. And DJ Heath now will be at the line to shoot 2 for Alabama State. Another big free throws here for the Hornets. Free throw good from Heath. DJ will await the official, Mike Nance, to give him the basketball. And he finally does. He's second free throw, no good off the back iron. Alabama State needs a stop here. They're down by 5. They got to get a quick stop. Here's Wilson against Ross. He tries to come from behind, knock it away. Banyard clears it, and Wilson will reset it for UAPB. That might do it if Alabama State can't get a stop here. They finally foul, and it'll be Brandon Battle with 7 to shoot. And I don't think they were expecting a foul that time. They were just playing good defense. So UAPB will get a chance at the free throw line with Wilson shooting 2 for UAPB. 33.6 to play. 59-54 your score. Alabama State down by 5. We're expecting head coach Lewis Jackson over here in the postgame. We didn't have him Monday. We weren't on the air Monday. Or excuse me, Saturday. Today is Monday. Welcome to basketball season. Again, before we go off the air, I'd like to give a special thanks to our buddy James Crenshaw. He'll be here with us every home game from here on out for Alabama State basketball. DeQuan Lee will bring you the women's games. I'll be here on the men's side. But Mr. Crenshaw made the trek over to help us out and get us on the air, and we know those of you that are watching have been happy. You may not be happy with the result, but you've been happy with the product that has been able to be put out tonight here by Alabama State. And again, the Hornets struggling from the free throw line. They have struggled from the free throw mightily for most of the season. They've got to find an answer. Still early in the conference season. You try to sweep at home and split on the road. They're going to split at home and get swept on the road if this holds true. So we're going to wait and see as we still have some basketball left. People starting to leave. It's a 5-point game, 33.6 to play. Wilson's second free throw makes it 6. It was a 2-possession game. It'll stay a 2-possession game. Here's Heath. Quickly in the front court. He'll leave it for Ross. Ross over to Heath. Daniels. He'll have to launch a long three. That one rims in and out. Ball rebounded by Battle. He missed. Heath with it. Heath. Outside Jacoby, three-pointer on the way. No good off the front iron. Battle with the rebound. He goes up, misses the shot, but he'll have a chance for 2. Holy cow, the rim and the cylinder. You would think at home the cylinder would be nice to you. The cylinder is really hating Alabama State right now. A lot of those three-pointers, you see Daniel's shot right here go all the way down and out. We've seen a lot of those from Jacoby Ross tonight. Ball got kicked back out, and then ball just batted around a lot. Battle hits the first free throw. (60-56). He was good on both. Timeout called by Pine Bluff. We'll take a quick timeout with him. You're watching Alabama State basketball on the Hornet Sports Network. Back after this timeout. Welcome back to the Dunn Oliver Acadome. Travis Jerome alongside with you. Alabama State trails by 4. 13.6 to play here in the basketball game. They're going to need a quick steal and a basket to have a chance in this one. Carter to inbound the basketball. Goes to Stokes. Stokes in the backcourt. They're going to have to foul if they can't get the steal. They don't get the steal and they don't foul. Now they do with 6.9 to play. They tried to get the quick steal. They couldn't get the steal. Then they had to foul, and they couldn't get their hands around them. Alabama State will be back in action on Saturday against Alabama A&M in Birmingham. Make sure you check out Alabama State's athletic website, BamaStateSports.com, or on Twitter or Facebook to find out how to get your tickets for that game, as it is an Alabama A&M home game. Free throw from Wilson is missed. Four-point game. It's a 2-possession game. Second free throw is good. That's a 5-point game. DJ will inbound the basketball. He'll roll it to Toby. Toby will have to launch a three and hit it quick. Instead, dribbles, tries to score, has a shot blocked by Bell. And that'll do it. We'll step aside. Final score 61-56. UAPB defeats Alabama State here at home. We'll be back with head coach Lewis Jackson here in the postgame show. You're watching Alabama State basketball on Hornet Sports Network. (61-56) your final score as we await the arrival of head coach Lewis Jackson here in the postgame show. We're going to give you some individual numbers for Alabama State. Toby Ewusho finishes with 19 points. DJ Heath with 11. Ewusho 1 rebound short of a double-double, 19 points and 9 rebounds for Alabama State. As head coach Lewis Jackson will make his way over here for the postgame show. Travis Strom now joined by head coach Lewis Jackson. And coach, first off, and we'll just go ahead and say it, this is one of those games you kind of want to wipe away from your memory, especially shooting a basketball tonight.
Well, it was off night shooting. I thought our defense was pretty good. Right. I mean, we held them to 61 points, and just the shots, and we got many good looks. Jacoby, Leon, in the middle of the zone, we're attacking the middle of the zone. Right. But we just didn't have guys making doggone shots there. We got the type of looks that we wanted out of the zone. Right. Want to hit the middle and then try to attack from there. But our shots, they weren't falling tonight. I'm sure we shot horrendous from the three-point line. Yeah,
we won't mention that on air for you. We'll talk about that once we get you off. But it was one of those nights you kind of want to erase. You were 3 for 23 from behind the arc. But here's the thing, and we even said it late in the broadcast. You would think at home that the cylinder would be kind to you. You had a lot of shots go 3/4 of the way down and come out.
Yeah, we did. It's just making sure that, you're executing on offense. And I thought we were doing a good job. And we got the type of look that we wanted. We wanted to hit the middle, try to attack the rim. We was able to do that some. And also, to pass it out, we got Leon, Jacoby, those guys taking shots. But, tonight wasn't their night, in terms of shooting the basketball. I thought our effort and our energy was good. We made some mistakes down the stretch right there with matchups, the guys ducking in and getting the basketball. And I think we had to do a better job of making sure we take that away from them. But from where we were going offensively, everything was working. The shots just didn't fall for us.
Defensively, and you touched on it, well-played defensive effort tonight. They shot the ball a little bit better towards the end of the game than they did for most of the contest. But all in all, even your zone tonight, you could see it was giving UAPB problems because it was more of a, instead of that natural 2-3 zone look, it had more of that 2-3 zone look with man feel to it because you were able to switch a lot.
Yeah, we were just able, what we wanted to do was just try to stay under and make it look real soft and, and kind of go through with some of the guys and go from there. But, that wasn't the problem. The problem was our offense and not being able to make shots. Because, again, we made them take tough shots. We rebounded the ball pretty well. We let them get in the paint there a little bit, but, it was just our offense on this end of the floor with the offense.
We want to put this one in the memory bank because, yeah, you turn around on Saturday, and this is one of those games where these new guys that have never been in this game. This is a different kind of game when you go play Alabama A&M, whether they come here, whether you go there. There's a certain more energy to this game. Just talk about now turning the page to that game on Saturday.
Well, in a game of basketball, what you have to do, when you're playing 2 or 3 games a week, you have to make sure that you try to touch up on some of the things that maybe that you didn't do so well. And then at the same time, you have to start to prepare for your next opponent. In this instance right here, we have our arch rival coming in here, Alabama A&M, that we'll be playing them up in Birmingham. It's going to be a different type of game. I'm sure it'll probably be close to sold out, if not sold out. And we just have to do a good job when we get up there.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. We'll talk to you before that game in Birmingham.
Yes, sir. Go Hornets.
That's head coach Lewis Jackson here on the Hornet Sports Network. Again, your final score, 61-56 UAPB over Alabama State. We'll give you the final numbers as Coach Jackson goes and talks to his club in the locker room here at the Dunn Oliver Acadome. For Alabama State, 37% from the floor, 20 for 54, 3 for 23 from behind the arc at 13%, 13 of 21 from the free throw line at 61.9%. UAPB, 21 for 43, 48.8% for the Golden Lions, 41.7% from behind the arc, 5 of 12, 14 for 24, 58.3% from the free throw line. Rebounding battle won by Alabama State, 35-24. Alabama State, 10 assists to their 20 baskets. UAPB, 11 assists to their 21 baskets. Carter led UAPB with 19 points. Morris chipped in 10 before he fouled out. Toby Wusho 1 rebound shy of a double-double, 19 points, 9 rebounds. DJ Heath finishes with 11 for Alabama State. Kevin Holston dishes out a pair of assists, and that's big, even though it's just 2 assists because he got his 100th career assist for Alabama State. 61-56, your final score as Alabama State falls to UAPB here at the Dunn Oliver Acadome. A special thanks to James Crenshaw, who will be here with us. Was here with us tonight. Will be here with us for the rest of the year at home basketball games. We hope to see his face around some in the spring. Stay tuned to the Hornet Sports Network here on YouTube. All the hardworking men and women of Alabama State University and the Alabama State University Department of Intercollegiate Athletics. This is Travis Drome saying thank you for watching tonight as Alabama State falls to UAPB 61-56. We'll be back on the air Saturday in Birmingham as Alabama State and Alabama A&M get underway at 3 o'clock. The women's game, 2:45 pregame. 5 o'clock for the men's game. We'll be on the air 15 minutes prior to that as well. Again, thank you for watching. Alabama State falls to UAPB 61-56. We'll talk to you again next time.